Happy Sunday to you, preppers. Here's a really quick news update on Sunday, but something very important I want to talk to you about in just a second. But two of the things I want to talk about first is number one, we are going live this evening. So I hope you join us at 9 p.m. Eastern time on Goshen Prepping. I love our live streams. I love it being able to actually talk with you one-on-one, answer questions, talk about some of the latest events. It's a great thing. Number two, as I announce on every Sunday, is we have another newsletter coming out today at noon. Very exciting. I put this message out early enough, and that's noon Eastern time, by the way. So you'll have a couple hours to make sure you subscribe to our newsletter so you can get it as well. But again, once it comes out at noon, check, because sometimes they're thrown into the junk mailbox during those emails to providers. They don't know what they're doing. All right, number three, there's something I seriously need to talk to you about. I need your opinion. I need your input. I don't like this. It's YouTube. If you guys haven't noticed this, by the way, YouTube is just a weird game when you're a creator. I love making videos on how to prepare. I used to make family videos too. I don't show my family. My older kids I do, but the younger kids I don't show them on camera anymore. But I've always been a prepper. I've prepped for decades, and I figured there was ways I could actually share my prepping and preparedness with a community out there who can learn from this. There's still some things I don't like showing on camera. I've said that many times, but it comes down to this. And here's the YouTube game. You ready? I could make a video on the best fishing reel. I'll just make that up. Best fishing reel that preppers might want to go for. And I have one, by the way, that you'd probably want to look at. But why haven't I put it on the channel? And here, it's really simple. Because if I put that on a video, I'll only have like 5,000 people watch it. I put all this time and energy into it and make the video, and it's like, oh, wah, 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 wah. It's like terrible. Nobody watches the video. But if I do a video on, hey, the top 10 ways to make sure you prepare with canned food or something like that, I'll have 100,000 people watching it. Long story short, it's this. And I definitely don't mean anybody who's watching this video per se. But I find that a lot of people who watch the videos on YouTube are almost only take prepping up to a certain level. The really good stuff, great example, my nuclear series, great example. I could put a video about the top canned foods to buy. I'm a big proponent of canned foods, by the way, and it's good to know this information. I'll have 500,000 people watch that. But then I'll put a video out, hey guys, I was a nuclear specialist in the military, so you may want to consider prepping nuclear. It's like cricket. Like 40,000 people watch it. Nobody watches it. And I'm like, are you insane? That's the good stuff. That's the really good stuff. So I have a lot of really good videos out there. But for me as a content creator, as we call ourselves, or what do they call us, influencers, I don't see myself as that at all. I simply just share my information, right? I don't try to be like some kind of YouTube star like some people like doing. But it comes down to this. It becomes very disheartening putting out quality videos, but barely having anybody even watch it. But I put out just, my words, superficial videos, and they do very well. So I put a video out on the channel, practically speaking, once a day, every day. Sometimes I miss a day. But I want to put out information also on the really good stuff, like the perfect fishing reel to put out there, where I don't really have to worry about YouTube algorithms, because YouTube simply won't even push out that video. They won't announce it to people because, I don't know, it's YouTube. That's how they do things. So I want your input on this. I am seriously considering starting a Patreon account, a Patreon channel. I don't even know how to say it. I literally have had years, people telling me, oh, you should start a Patreon. And I'm like, I don't want a Patreon. I'm making YouTube videos and that's what I do. But it's almost, I say almost, we're almost at a point where I feel like that might be advantageous. But I want your input on this. I would make, if I did this, a Patreon account. I don't know. I don't even know how the money part works. I think people keep telling me they usually have it. So if to be a subscriber, it's like $5 a month. And that's pretty minimal in my opinion anyway. I know some people are on a tight budget, and I can worry about those people later and figure out what we can do about that. Maybe like a scholarship program. I don't know. But $5 a month to make, in my opinion, more real videos, real stuff behind the scenes. Like the other day, we were out working on our hen house. We were putting a new chicken run in, me and my sons. And I was like, as I'm doing this, we're hammering and putting stuff together. I was like, I would love to make a video about this. But the problem is, instead of getting 40,000 people who would benefit from this, I'll get like barely anybody who will watch this, because I find like the YouTube has almost transferred into a community of people who just, I want to know what canned food is stockpiled, and I don't want to think about anything else. But the real preppers, the ones who really want to know how to do all these things, who really want sustainability, who want to be able to survive what's really coming, and I mean really, they're not the armchair survivors. The ones who really want to do this are probably the ones who want to go onto a Patreon account. It's inside information. And even more so, since people are paying money, like $5 a month, which is minimal, it's a different mindset of people. I might actually even be more open to like having my kids on there in the background, not necessarily feature them, but I feel more comfortable with a close-knit community that we would have with Patreon. So right now I'm just kind of like rattling off the top of my head. And since I've been putting out like some kind of like quick update news things on Sunday anyways, I thought I would run this past you. And I truly would like to know what you think about this. Just putting a Patreon, more raw footage. Hey guys, we're out with the chicken coop today. I just want to show you what we're working on and show you what chickens we have. And let me give you an idea of why I do the chicken coop this way or the chicken run. And I would actually give my ideas being a professional prepper and homesteader. I like that idea, but I don't know if it's going to fly very much. And instead of actually going through the trouble, I thought I'd at least bring it up to you first. So what are your ideas? Put it in the comments below. Please put it in the comments below. And even more so, if you're like, oh yeah, $5 a month. I mean, I don't know what like a Starbucks coffee runs nowadays. I think it's like $5. I don't know. I know that here in Michigan, there's a Big B coffee place. They're like $8 a coffee for those things. They're super expensive. But $5 for a cup of coffee for most people, would you pay? I'm not saying you will. This is not like you need to pay it now. Would you consider paying $5 to be in a Patreon account, to be in a more exclusive club, I should say, of preppers? Just some thoughts going through my head. I'd love to see your opinion on that and your input. Please put it in the comments below and respond, because I'd like to see that. All right, but anyways, we will see you live this evening on our live stream, which I always enjoy. And of course, make sure you sign up for the newsletter. There's a link below for that, by the way. Just go to our website and put your name and email address on there. You don't even have to put your name on there, but your email address. And I don't share that information with everybody. You can cancel at any time, but you get a free booklet on things to prepare for if you do sign up for that newsletter. Thanks, everybody, as always. I always appreciate you being here, and I love for the fact that we have this community together. We'll see you tonight.